Today we're working on the backhoe with the trusty sidekick Duke here helping. And my phone that won't quit ringing. So what we're doing is this winter I sunk this thing in the pond. Filled it all up full of mud in there. I did take it to the car wash and blast it all out, and I thought I had it all good, but I went to use it afterwards, and it apparently had enough mud in there that it actually broke the hydraulic cylinder, the swing cylinder, the one that's missing right now. So what we're going to do, we're going to fix that cylinder. We're going to change all the fluids, all the filters. I've got a hole in the floor that I need to fix. I'm going to see what we can do about getting a little better lighting on it. Then it's going to go on a lowboy and go up to our new property. And we're going to do some work with it up there. That should be fun. So here's where we're at with the cylinder. I had to make a socket to get this thing apart. I didn't make it anything real special. I milled 4 little grooves, welded on 4 pins. Use the bolt for where the fluid goes in the back side of the cylinder to hold the socket on. I just used a big pipe wrench to take it apart. Nothing real fancy, but it was just super easy. So here's what I did to the shaft. For the rod. We got new seal kits, one for each one of the swing cylinders. Figure I got one apart, I might as well do them both. Excuse the mess over there, that needs to be cleaned up. Another thing I did when I was taking it apart, there's a set screw that holds this from just willy-nilly unscrewing, and I didn't know it was there. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I'm going to have to weld that up, turn it down in the lathe, because coincidentally right where it's all messed up is right where it seals going into the back side of the gland, so screwed myself there. So yeah, that's a mess. That's not going to be very fun to fix, but whatever. Part of the gig. I didn't know. I messed it up. I'll fix it. Not the end of the world. So what I'm going to do is take this cylinder here, cannibalize it a little bit. I'm going to steal part of the rod out of it. It's a 50mm rod. Super hard to find any. And what I did find, it was cheaper to buy this whole cylinder and cannibalize it than order the rod that I need. And doing it this way, I'll have a whole bunch left over anyway, so I'll have some for, oh, say, the other side when I decide to destroy it. Sound like a plan, Dookie? Should we fix the backhoe and go to the property? Don't be too excited. So, that's pretty much where we're at there. We got a mess here, a mess out there, and I guess we'll come back and fill you in a little more as we fix it. I'm going to get started on it a little bit right now and see if I can't get this rod end, cut off the rod, chuck it up in the lathe, and see what we can do. Okay, well, I've gotten a little farther on this backhoe cylinder. I figured I'd show you what I got going on now. I did get the barrel fixed up. It is far from perfect, but the seal goes right about here. and I think it'll work. just fine. What I ended up doing was making basically a plug that lightly presses into the end of that. Chucked it up in the chuck here, used my live center here, and I was able to screw that up and make it to where I think it's going to be good. There's the gland. There's where the little set screw goes that messed up my world. I've got the donor cylinder all cut apart and got the piece there. I gotta bore a 4.5 inch deep 30 to 31 millimeter hole in it. So I gotta put 32 millimeter by 2.0 threads in it. That should be interesting, boring those threads that deep. And make sure I got a boring bar for cutting threads that's that long. That'll be sturdy enough. Over here we got some drive shaft parts off of that thing. The carrier bearing was out of it for the front drive shaft because it's 4-wheel drive backhoe. These are the couplings that go on the end of it. So that bearing should be here actually today. It's supposed to be here. So that's where we're at. If there's any interest, maybe I'll do a complete video. I'm going to rebuild that other cylinder. If there's any interest, leave it in the comments. I'll do a complete video on how to take it apart, reseal it, put it back together. If there's any interest, I don't want to put out boring videos, so you guys let me know if you want to see that or not, or yeah. Throw some comments down below what you want to see and what you don't. Because I don't know. I don't want to be a boring guy on YouTube, but who knows? See what happens. I'll try to do as much stuff as you guys want to see. I try to leave out the stuff that I think would be boring, but maybe you guys disagree and I'm leaving out stuff that you guys would want to see. Let me know in the comments. Till next time.